Alright, here is the video review for Transformers Masterpiece MP-33 Inferno. He is ostensibly a Mitsubishi Fuso 951, T951 I think. Probably for tanker. And he does have the fully licensed alt mode on it. It's a little simplified, especially the rear end here, because Masterpiece has been kind of going to a trend where, like, originally it was like some, fully licensed awesome cars and then cool looking robots that very close to the show model. They've been going really a lot more animation heavy especially on the robot modes lately with some MPs, and Inferno is certainly one of them. As you can see, like right now he's got the animation style bumper here. You do get a chrome one that you can snap on, and it's really easy to just pop this off and pop this on, and you've got a chrome bumper. You also get a chrome arm hose cannon thing, but we'll show you how those swap out. But one of the other things you get the instruction manual, you get the bio card, and you also get this little sticker sheet with some fire department logos on it, and it shows you where they go. They go on the side of the vehicle. I haven't stuck them on yet, but you also get the two alternate Autobot symbols, because you can see the animation one has the thin white outline, whereas the silver one has the bold white outline. And this way you can either have the match. If you want to put the thin line on this one, you can. If you'd rather this one have the bold one, you can do that as well, or you can leave them as they are. It's entirely up to you. But I thought that was a nice touch, that whatever your preference of Autobot logo, you can make all the bumpers match it. Well, I guess, yes, even the exception. I was about to say with the exception of this one. This is a bumper we'll show you later. But yeah, you can put it there too. Anyway, here he is in vehicle mode. He rolls. His ladder goes up. His ladder does collapse and extend. There's also a water effect part for putting out fires, and that plugs in. There's a little bit up here you can flip out, and there's a little water cannon that comes out, and you can position it so it sits up here above the ladder, and you can plug the fire hose into that. You can also take it, and if you want, you can kind of push it down into here and have it just stick out the end of the ladder. Entirely up to you. Although getting it back out is a little bit of a pain if you push it all the way through there. Not a super pain, but a little bit of a hassle. So I'll flip that back up. His little pylon to extend on the side here. And that's about his functionality here in vehicle mode. Not bad for a fire truck. So yeah, and to transform him, we'll start by lifting up the ladder, removing his little gun from, just tabs in right here. Actually, I'm going to switch back to the animation chest / cab front for the time being. So you start off, collapse the ladder all the way in, like that. Lift it up, fold it in half right there, so it goes all the way in there, and push it so it comes out the back here. Just like that. That already in of itself is pretty ingenious. The fact that it extends and it still has all the proper hinges to collapse down and then just fold in half like that, that's really impressive. Like I said, I'm kind of ambivalent on this guy overall, and we'll get to that later, but that ladder his transformation is actually pretty ingenious. So we do that. We'll go ahead and untab these panels right here, which allows the whole upper body to come out. Start getting some movement on that. Untag the legs and lift this assembly up. And the crotch is already facing forward, so you bring the legs down like that. I'm doing this out of order, but whatever. Well, at least according to the instructions. The instructions have you transform the whole front end of the cab first. You can fold these panels around to the back of his legs. Fold these panels in here. Like that. The feet flip forward, this closes up, and you fold that panel on the back down. Again, close that up, close that back panel, and then these panels on the side come down and around to fill in the leg. Like that. Up here, you want to push the wheels up and lift them out a little bit. Again, push the wheels back and then flip them out like that. Pull the arms out. Open up these two little side panels, which allow the head to come up. You can flip this panel up. You can also peg the gun in here in vehicle mode if you wish. You flip his head up like that. Rotate his little head fins up like that. Turn the whole head around and bring it up to sit on top of the robot body. These arm panels rotate in. Oh, I could have sworn they went the other way. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Nope, okay, they rotate this way. My bad. So you rotate these around like this. And the arms, these come down forward. Supposed to rotate. There we go, yeah. I was right, forward. You bring them down around like this, and then they fold up into the shoulder piece here. Just gotta line everything up right. There you go. Make sure this little joint goes into this slot here on the arm. Bring the arm forward. Let me come up here so I can do this at a proper height. There we go. And again, bring this down and plug the joint up into here. Bring the arm out and around. Rotate it so the elbow faces forward. Oh, that elbow was already facing forward. Collapse his head down flat. And then this whole ladder assembly, and this is where it gets really cool. Aside from the ladder folding up, this whole assembly folds up and into his torso. Like this. Oh, no, and then up into the body. And then this whole assembly comes down right into his body like that. That is really super cool. I really, really dig that. You can flip this panel down. You can store the gun back here if you want. Actually, that folds up into there. And then the wheels go up and in. Like that. They kind of sit right there behind the hip. Up and in. And then these panels, wheel caps rotate down a little bit. Don't worry, we'll get up to his head in a minute. Get him all in. He's very tall. And there he is in robot mode. And this is where it tends to lose me a little bit. He's got a nice fire truck vehicle mode. His transformation is stunningly awesome. I really, really enjoy that transformation process. The way that the ladder itself, the way the ladder collapses, folds up, and then that whole assembly just kind of goes chunk, 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 chunk right up into his body is really very neat. So kudos to the engineers who came up with that, because wow. And now in this mode, he's got a little fire hose here that one can be a shocker jaws of life clamper. I don't know, but you can also plug the water effect into the end of this, and like it goes in far enough that like you don't have to worry about this opening up and becoming loose, because it actually has enough room to go in there far enough that the water effect itself is holding this closed around its own peg. So you can have him hold that. I don't know where this is supposed to plug into anything. It just kind of shows him loosely holding it, but he's got a fire hose. You can kind of, I guess if you want to pretend, you can tuck it back in here like he's spouting water, but whatever. It's neat that they included some of these extra pieces. I don't know that I will ever really use them, but they're there. So yeah, here he is with his standard animation stuff. And here, like I said, here's where it kind of loses me. Like his lower body is oddly proportioned to his upper body, or maybe it just feels like his torso is too small compared to the rest of him. I'm not sure. There's something about the proportions here that are throwing me off. And aside from the fairly nice looking vehicle mode. Here's where I say they go animation, because you can see especially with the white on here, especially his legs, they're so plain. They're very, if you want a toy that's true to the animation, this is it for you. I mean, like, I'm not knocking it, just my personal preference is his legs are just so plain. Like they look like a cel shaded cartoon. I get that that's the point. It's just with all the other MPs that have some detailing added, it just seems a little sparse. You can, like I said, there he is with the animation bumper. You can pull this off and give him the shiny chrome bumper. And that does a little to improve it. I do like the shininess of the chrome bumper. He also has this special bumper, which is designed for Red Alert, a scene where he carried Red Alert. Although I don't have Red Alert, so Red Alert today will be played by his moldmate Sideswipe. You can have him, you gotta kind of get him in there, but he kind of just docks in here. You can get his leg through there. You can have Inferno. And he's actually, with his big feet, fairly stable holding him. He does lean forward a little bit, although you can probably fix that by messing with the knees a little bit. But, yeah, there we go. But yeah, there he is. You can have him carry... It's supposed to be Red Alert, but you can have him carry another Masterpiece figure there with the included bumper. Again, not an accessory that I will probably get much use out of on my display, especially since I only have Sideswipe but not Red Alert. But kind of cool that they included it. Some of the extras on these newer figures are kind of above and beyond. And it looks like Megatron's going to come with some cool stuff too. So we'll go ahead and get that off. Push this back on. And now I'll go on to his other features. We haven't gone over some of the extra stuff he comes with. Like I said, over here on this side, you can open up this arm all the way back, fold this hand in, and you can rotate out the nozzle attachment. And then this arm over here inside of it has two little communicators. You get two of them. I'm not sure if you ever used two, but you got two little communicators that store in the arm. They just peg in, and you can plug this into his arm so he can be talking to somebody on his forearm communicator. Again, lots of nice little extra pieces on this guy that really, I don't know that anybody's really going to have missed these communicators if they weren't included, but they were. Just plug that right back in there, and the other one's exactly the same. That stores in the arm. And just like the bumper, if you'd rather have the chrome nozzle, you can put that on as well. But since we're keeping it mostly animation, we'll do that. He also comes with a different helmet and different faces. He's got his stoic face here. He's got a surprised face, I guess, a happy face, and also another kind of angry stoic face. And those swap out. You just got to pull the helmet off. Just pull it straight forward, and do the same with the face. Swap the face out, and then put the helmet back on. Like that. Now he's like, fire bad. Anyway, he also comes with an alternate helmet. So again, you can swap those out as well. Oh, it looks like, oh, okay. There are certain faces. There these two faces with the wider brows fit in this helmet. And it looks like these don't have those pointy brows that you can see on the top of them. So these probably work with the cartoon helmet. Or maybe he just wants to be a pain in my butt. I said butt. There we go. So you can change his head too. Like I said, robot mode, I'm not sure how I feel yet. This is the first one I really played with that has struck me as such. I don't know how I feel yet about the really hardcore animation look on a Masterpiece in robot mode. I don't know that I dislike it. I just haven't really made up my mind on it yet. But I love that there's so many options presented with this figure. Like all the option parts and everything are very cool. So you can really customize it to make it look like however you want it to look. And I'm all for choice. So posability wise, he's got his head inside is on an individual little ball joint inside the canopy. Oh, the canopy itself can turn side to side as well. He's got ratcheting shoulders in both directions, a bicep swivel. He does have a wrist swivel. The standard kind of Masterpiece. Actually, I guess that is all one. I thought the index finger was separate, but nope. That's all one solid piece there on the index finger. So all that. And you can have him hold. I forgot to show off his gun. Why it's not hanging in properly. Come on. Oh, there we go. I just wasn't getting far enough back. There we go. So you can hold his gun as well. But yeah, you've got the wrist swivel. You've got the same posability on the hand in here, and of course the nozzle if you want that. He's got a clicking waist swivel, although that may just be bumping against some parts back here. Ratcheting hips, again, in both directions. Thigh swivel. Decently hinged knees. Not, looks like there's just a single hinge, but you can get over 90 degrees of movement out of them. The elbows, same. It's just one single hinge, but you can get them to fold up pretty decently. It does have ankle tilt, as well as front to back ratchets on the ankles as well. So yeah, it's a nice rendition of Inferno. Time will tell how I come to feel about the animation aesthetic. I think Masterpiece Megatron is kind of nailing that look too, and I'm looking forward to him, so we'll see. I know Masterpiece Cheetor just hit, so and Grapple's on the way, so lots more MPs to come soon. I'm really looking forward to Masterpiece Cheetor. The more I see of him, the more excited I get. And again, just a quick size comparison with Sideswipe, since I, again, don't have Red Alert. So he's taller than the Autobot cars, which is about where he should be. And just for fun of it, here he is with Downbeat. So yeah, kind of spoiled for choice on MP-33 here. But yeah, like I said, not sure how I feel about the bot mode. Vehicle mode is cool looking. The transformation is bonkersly cool. Bonkersly is not a word, but I'm going to use it anyway. It's really, like, the transformation is really neat, and I'm super digging it. But yeah, there he is, MP-33 Masterpiece Inferno.